Being in love is one thing, building a life together is another, and money plays a massive role. Financial compatibility doesn't mean being identical, but it does mean aligning on key values and habits. Love is powerful. It makes us feel alive, connected, and unstoppable. But let's be real. When it comes to building a life together, love alone isn't enough. One of the biggest reasons relationships break down isn't cheating, isn't distance, it's actually money. So in this video, we're going to unpack a really important question. Is your partner a financial fit for you? Because when it comes to relationships and money, compatibility can either make you or break you. Why financial compatibility matters. Before we dive into the key signs, let's talk about why this even matters. Money impacts almost every decision in life. Where you live, the lifestyle you enjoy, whether you travel, buy a home, or raise kids. If one partner is financially reckless and the other is disciplined, that friction builds resentment. Being financially compatible doesn't mean you both earn the same or spend the same. It means you share the same values and can work as a team with your money. It also means being able to view money the same way and work to build long-lasting wealth together. First, let's talk about money mindset. Ask yourself, does your partner see money as a tool for freedom, security, or just status? Some people love to save and feel safe having a strong emergency fund, always playing it safe but not growing their net worth. Others are natural spenders, chasing experiences, luxuries, or status symbols that leave them no room for financial growth. And then you've got investors, the ones always talking about opportunities, ETFs, or property portfolios. These are the ones that have a mindset built to grow wealth. Now here's the thing. None of these are wrong. The problem is when your money values completely clash. Imagine one partner wanting to invest for long-term wealth while the other spends every paycheck on the latest gadget or designer drop. That's a recipe for conflict. If both parties are willing to listen to each other, learn and adopt good habits, then it can work. People all live in various different ways and how they view money differs. It all depends on the financial goals and long-term thinking that determine if your partner is financially fit for you. Debt and spending habits. Let's get real about debt. Does your partner carry credit card debt, car loan, personal loans, or buy now, pay later debts? Now, having debt isn't always a red flag. Student loans or a mortgage, that's normal. But reckless debt, like maxing out cards for instant gratification, is dangerous. This type of risky behavior leads to immense financial stress and is one of the leading causes of relationship breakdown. Why? Because if your partner refuses to face their debt, ignores it, or worse, keeps piling it up, it becomes your problem when you're building a life together. Financial fit means being honest about debt, having a plan to manage it, and not letting it drag both of you down. It is never too late to realize and make changes for the better. If the financially reckless partner is willing to educate themselves, improve and grow for the better, then this demonstrates clear understanding of expectations from one another. On the other hand, you can have good debts. These are things that you have borrowed against an asset such as an investment property or a business. These debts are good as they are a tool to leverage and build wealth. One partner having this mindset to acquire assets is great, but two partners working together to acquire assets and build wealth is a power couple. Financial goals alignment. Next, are your goals aligned? One of you might dream of financial independence and retiring at 40. The other might just want to work 9 to 5 for next couple of decades or until retirement age and spend every holiday traveling first class. Again, neither is wrong. But if your goals don't align, you're going to be pulling in different directions. The key is to talk about it early. The earlier the better, as it sets the stage on your financial future. It is always best to be earlier rather than later. Both parties must be able to be comfortable enough to talk about these and have mutual understanding with one another. Do you want to buy a house? Start a family? Build investments? Retire early? Your vision for the future needs to match, or at least complement, each other's. In these situations, it is important to compromise so that both financial goals align with one another. If there is no compromise and no one is willing to listen to one another, then the relationship is most likely going to end in a disaster or will not last long term. Core values such as communication is key to ensure financial goals align with one another. Earning power and ambition. Now let's talk income. It's not about who makes more. That's irrelevant. What matters is ambition, growth, and responsibility. Ask yourself, is your partner driven to improve their financial situation? Or are they stuck in a comfort zone with no interest in growth? Someone who's ambitious and constantly learning will compound wealth over time. Someone who's complacent and reckless with money could hold you back. Be with someone that is willing to continually learn and grow so that wealth can be grown together. Communication about money. Make sure both are on the same page when talking about money. This is comfortable, views and behaviors around money align. This might be the most important factor. Can you talk about money? For some couples, the topic of money is uncomfortable or taboo. They avoid it because it leads to arguments. But here's the truth. If you can't openly discuss income, savings, debt, or financial goals, then you're setting yourself up for financial disaster. Healthy financial partners are transparent. They know what comes in, what goes out, and they plan together. Money shouldn't be a secret. If it is, that's a red flag. Risk tolerance and investing style. Here's another big one. Risk tolerance. Maybe you're an aggressive investor. Crypto, growth stocks, high risk, high reward. Meanwhile, your partner might be conservative, preferring term deposits, bonds, and stability. Neither is wrong, but the key is balance. If your risk appetites are totally opposite, you'll need to compromise and create a portfolio that reflects both of your comfort levels. Otherwise, money decisions will always cause stress. At the end of the day, it comes down to understanding the investments they are putting their money into. Educating oneself and knowing what they are investing into will mitigate risk. You and your partner should discuss different investments and styles that is conducive to both your financial goals. This may be purchasing an investment property together and building up a substantial portfolio while also investing into the ASX 300 and building up capital appreciation through that avenue. Knowing exactly which investments and having clear goals on what you both expect to achieve will mitigate risk and build long-lasting wealth. There are red flags you should be aware of when you are dating someone. These things are important to recognize and see if they fit your financial goals. But in general, they should be avoided, as it only leads to financial stress and ruin. Then there are green flags you should be attracted to, so that it will lead to reduced financial stress, confidence, and build long-lasting wealth together. Red flags versus green flags. Let's break it down simply. Red flags. Hiding purchases or debts. No financial goals. Refusing to talk about money. Living paycheck to paycheck with no plan. Reckless gambling or spending habits. Green flags. Transparency about finances. Shared financial goals, willingness to learn and grow, good balance between saving and enjoying life, building wealth together as a team. Remember, financial compatibility isn't about perfection. It's about partnership. How to check if you're a financial fit. So, how do you actually test financial compatibility? First, use your intuition to find the best time to talk about money and financial future and goals. It should generally occur at the beginning of a relationship, for example, after 3 to 4 dates of getting to know each other. Have money dates. Sit down with your partner and talk openly about income and expenses, debt situation, short, medium, and long-term financial goals, investing styles, risk tolerance. It might feel awkward at first, but trust me, it's better to discover your differences early rather than when it's too late. When you find out too late, you are already in deep, and it is harder to get out due to emotion and connection. So best to talk about it earlier. Some red flags may be discovered, and that is a good thing as it provides insight into the person if they are willing to change that red flag into a green flag. That is willing to improve, learn, and educate themselves to have better money management, get rid of bad debts, stop gambling, and other red flags listed previously. At the end of the day, love is about partnership, and that includes finances. Your partner doesn't need to be your financial clone, but you do need to complement each other. If your values align, if you can communicate openly, and if you're both willing to grow together, then you'll not only build love, but also financial freedom and long-term wealth. So ask yourself honestly, is your partner a financial fit for you? If this video gave you some food for thought, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you and your partner talk openly about money? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because at the end of the day, money isn't everything, but without financial compatibility, it can cost you everything. So, what's your next step? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more content like this, and share it with someone who's ready to level up their financial game.